We are live. Gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, essentially, the usual. For now, we're gonna do a little World of Warcraft because, as always, I am working on this here. Even though the expansion is coming out next month, which is a big deal, I wanted to get caught up on a couple of pieces of gear. And that's pretty much it. So it's the same old stuff, but it's got to be done if I plan on getting the gear. This saves me a lot from having to do a lot of battlegrounds as well. So that's the beautiful thing about this. Hello, Rupert. How's it going? Are you new to the channel, just out of curiosity? Or did you randomly find me on YouTube? Oh, I always get... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just don't expect a lot of people. There's usually only a couple of people that come in. Just out of curiosity, what were you looking up on YouTube that made YouTube say, hey, check out Pumpkinhead over here. See what he's got going on. I always get curious how that works. Oh, there's nothing in here. Oh, no, I meant like on YouTube. I'm curious like what you were looking up that made YouTube suggest this channel. Because sometimes people get confused like, hey, you're playing World of Warcraft, but I don't play that game. I was looking up, Generation Zero. Oh, just chatting literally. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I think I do have that as one of my tags actually in my live stream. Because sometimes that's literally what me and a few other people do. We just literally chat about random stuff. Not always related to the actual game that's being played. Just because why not? Don't want to be too formal. Now the captain, where is he? I always forget where he's at. Hello, Azure. Nothing happened. Oh yeah, he's in here, I think. There we go. That's where he is. Oh no. Absolutely not. Hold on a second, this might be important. Hello? Hello? You got nothing to say? Yeah, who's this? Yeah, sorry, who is this? Okay, what is it you'd like? Yeah. No, sorry. You got the wrong number. Pardon? Nope. Don't know why you're looking for him on this number. Nobody has this number. No problem. Oh, fuck off. People always looking for somebody else. Yeah, but it happens often. I usually don't even have my phone turned on, to be honest. It's only used for emergencies. So how you doing there, Aju? Anything exciting today? No. Not at all. Definitely not. Nobody has my number. I don't even know my own number. Seriously. I literally don't know my number. I got it a while ago. It's just used for emergencies. I don't hand it out to anybody. Whatsoever. Hey, question mark. How's it going? Oh yeah, this is the one where it just wants you to escape.
Glorious! This was certainly worth
Ricardo, how's it going? Now to see what else there is to do. Oh, nice. Dark Souls. Not too bad. Just kinda trying to figure out what to do here. Just doing my dailies for World of Warcraft. So I can finally get my weapon. The expansion's next month, so I wanted to get caught up a little bit. Life happened the last 2 days. Remember, I'm not on a fixed schedule now. I'm not like some fancy Twitch partner or anything like that. I come and go. It's like I said before, I don't always have time to live stream. I've been spending like way too much time live streaming lately. Thank you. Are you new to the channel as well? Just wondering if you were subscribed to my channel or if you randomly found me. I like that algorithm. Oh yeah, no, it's just lately I've just been live streaming way too much. 3 times a day, 2 to 3 hours at a time. Like 50 hours a week live streaming. It's like, no way. I mean, I love doing it, but sometimes I have to balance my time a little bit better with other things that are equally as important, if not more important. Did you write it? Yeah, I've been playing guitar and walking a little bit more too. Oh yeah, it's like I said before, there's a chance in a couple of months. Hello, Eric. How you doing? All these people keep coming in, but it just says there's 2 people in here. They're all coming in. They're going, nope, not this again. Click. But no, it's like I said before, there's a chance someday that I kind of semi-quit streaming, depending on how things go in the future. Oh, we need that chest. Yes. 7818. 7818. Chest. Sweet. Plus, that gave us 50 conquest. That is absolutely huge. That just gave me a massive boost there. Yeah, it's all going to be about managing my time efficiently, right? Because there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so much time. That's weird. Warfare. Oh, I know what that is. There's only so much time I have a day on top of that to do stuff. So it's kind of like, you got to be humble and realize, if after several months you do something and it just doesn't work, no offense, I'll just keep doing my regular uploads on YouTube, and then I'll probably focus that 40+ hours a week I spend live streaming doing other stuff, like improving my guitar playing. Or maybe going for that one extra jog, outside kind of thing. There's a lot I could do with an extra 40 hours a week, right? But it's like I said, I do enjoy doing this. 1 person in the stream or 1,000. Right? It just means I would do it less. That's just really what it means. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its liveliness increases. It will never. Let me guess, that's a song. What gave that one away? There. Already almost done my dailies for this. That whole thing with the corruption there on the gear, that's all going to be coming to an end soon. Oh, it's a poem.
enemies be here.
A poem can be a song.
Chief predicted.
Yeah, but you had musical notes in there. You can sing a poem. I know because I've written some. I want to do this quickly. Come on. Because the quicker I do this, the quicker I can go on to other things. Okay. Just a little bit of PvP there, but for the time being, if I'm in a bit of a rush and I can escape it, I shall do so. Hey, there's Gil Edwards. Kinda, yeah, a couple people came in, said hello. I don't know if they're still in here. Don't forget, not everybody's a big babble mouth like me, right? Some people come in, they just like to watch and listen. Some people like to talk a lot. I don't like silence, so I constantly have to be talking. I've always been like that. I'm not old. Clint Eastwood's old. Harrison Ford is old. I'm simply mildly seasoned. There's an old man, wise and tall, a young boy who wants to be tall. You read a lot of poetry? So what you been up to there, Gil? Like a ramen noodle. Ramen noodle. Those are good. I like ramen noodles. They're high in sodium, but they're good. I started a trend back in the early 80s. Hey, Kanivi. How you doing? Seriously, when I was in elementary school back in the early 80s, you were allowed to bring snacks to school. Oh, another 50. Oh, we'll go all the way over there. And what ended up happening was I was lazy, and I kind of liked chips, right? I did read it. But I'm trying to play a game, not read poetry all day. The other people can read it. I'm reading it kind of quickly in my head. And, anyway, so I decided to bring ramen noodles to school one day. So you get that little pouch, and the one I used to get were called Mr. Noodles, I think it was. And had the little pouch, put it in with the noodles, shake it up, you know, crunch it up so it was like chips. And it just tasted so good, and everybody at school was like, "Ew, gross, what are you doing? Dry noodles with powder." And I'm not making this up. Within, like, maybe half a school year, almost like every kid was, like, eating ramen noodles now.
We are receiving reports of
I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to bring my, my microwave to school, or a kettle or a pot. I did read it, as you... briefly.
Even the most stalwart
There we go.
when their officers are cut down.
So that saved me quite a bit of time. I mean, there's part of me that still kind of wants to just kind of cruise around and do a whole bunch of nothing. But, not really, because the philosophical stuff, no offense, when I have a headache and I'm playing a game, it's distracting. I gotta be in the mood for that shit. Yeah, you ate yours dry. Yeah. I mean, I still do. I just don't normally eat as much of that stuff as I used to. Mushroom was one of my favorite ones. I mean, I sometimes get it, but To be perfectly blunt, I just sometimes don't care to get it. I'm more into writing my own poetry. Yeah, it's like I am, but I'm very self-centered. If I'm the one writing the poetry or I'm writing music with my guitar, that's obviously different, because I'm going to understand the meaning, because I wrote the goddamn lyrics, right? But if it's somebody else's deep thoughts, you know, and I have to think and try to crack the code, not gonna lie, I'm not into that shit. Just kind of cruising around really quick. Ah, okay. But I mean, I find that people that are into poetry a lot, usually, it makes it easier for people to understand what a person might have meant. Well, old man here's not falling over. Alright, I'm gonna hearth. Yeah. I just don't... I also have terrible ADHD, like severe hyperactivity attention deficit disorder. So it's kind of like, what? So it's like, nope, none of that. This guy needs his protein. Check that out. Come on now. Get on that creatine, boy. Look at that. Look how small he is. See, watch. Before the protein shake. After the protein shake. See that? Don't be jealous. Don't be walking away now. Because you saw how big I am. I love some of the gaudy looking things in World of Warcraft. Look at that. Big gigantic eyeball floating around in a staff. That's the kind of shit I'm into. How was Resident Evil 3? No idea. I haven't played it. I can't play a game usually where I'm exclusively a chiquita. It looks like the Lord of the Rings eye. The Eye of Saurus, or whatever the hell it's called. You know that eye, that creepy-ass thing? Or the Resident Evil eyeball? Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't play Resident Evil 3. I liked 2 a lot more, because you could pick. I'm not sexist. Get over it now. I'm into the diversity. Because in Resident Evil 2, you can play as a girl or as a boy, right? Now, in this game, I can play as an animal. So, that's what I'm into. See? Look at that. Look at that shit. I could play as a fucking tree if I want. How many games do you know allow you to play as a tree, a lizard, a fucking bird? Like, for real. A glowing bear at that. With bright pink eyes. And a blue flame shimmering from his fur. I'm just saying. That's the kind of tacky shit I'm into. Yeah, same with Resident Evil 1. You can pick. Good point. They should have kept that in way. Yeah, like Carlos. You know what I mean? Carlos should have been... Just do it. It's a remake. Just let people have fun. Damn it. You know? Just do it. Just a skin. Just let us play the game. If there was like a mod or a hack that allowed you to play as Carlos throughout the entire Resident Evil 3 game, even if it had... What's her name? Jill's voice or what? I don't care. Even if it's the same dialogue. I'm all about options. The more options you give people, the better. Ajou, you're too deep for me. I got a headache. You're making me think too hard. Alright, let's get out of this. What the hell? That would have been awesome. Oh, you mean be able to choose? Yeah, I find the remakes stick too much to the source. Yeah, which... You know, again, if you want to stick to the main one, then just play the main A scenario or whatever, right? I'm all about, you know, what if? You know, that whole what if. I expected Nemesis to be less predictable. Yeah. Again, I don't know much about it. I really just don't know much about it. I'm going to head into a game here. I have played it a couple days ago. Let me switch over. In a moment. You're going to bed there? Have a good night, as you. Let me switch this over. Yeah, right here. Console thing. I won't play this game too much. I just kind of wanted to... whatever there. Because I really don't like puzzles, to be honest with you. I find Spider-Man is very puzzle-like. Compared to Avengers, I just want to go around and kick people's faces in. I'm not really in the mood to start cracking codes and all this kind of stuff. But I just wanted to play it a little bit.
Around here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, seriously? There we go.
There's her stakeout gear.
Yeah, I checked out some Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man that's coming out for PS5. It's pretty cool. Seems like it's going to be fun. The combat looks a lot better in terms of the variation from the punch to the kicks. Something that I have complained about before in this game. Oh. Ah, there we go.
Gotcha.
Did it? What'd they learn? I'm gonna have to do a Batman plays Spider-Man. And somehow try to make it cringy or funny. Because I got my Batman outfit on. Wow.
Oh, hey, Spider.
Felicia, the Magi are no joke. You shouldn't be playing with them.
Oh, but I like to play.
Spider-Man! He's working with the cat! Get him!
Actually, I'm not. But thanks for assuming. Nope, no guns for you. Oh.
You guys sure
Okay,
do jump
then.
to quick conclusions.
That's it. Shoot your own people.
I'm just wrong place, wrong time.
Not used to the combat. I'm so used to playing Marvel Avengers. Holy cow. There's so many of them. Well, I wouldn't go that far. PS2 game. Don't be too dramatic now. I've played some PS2 games. They didn't look that nice. Well, don't forget, you're not gonna get a, well, it depends on the game. Some, like, crazy graphics in some open-world games. It kind of depends, I guess. It's definitely got a different, Oh. I'm gonna go this way. Hang out here for a minute. Spidey and Avenger. Yeah, they are for PS4. Yeah, no, PSP games don't look this good. To be honest with you, the Miles Morales one didn't really look leaps and bounds better than this one.
Down here! Scared? You wanted me!
Alright. Yeah, hit your own guy instead. Ooh. Just like a real bitch, always attacking in groups. There we go.
Get ready to hurt!
This is what happens when you don't play a game for a while. But I like the combat in this game, even though he kicks too much and it kind of looks dumb. I can force him to punch. Bam! Big ol' uppercut.
Well, that was fun. Now, where's
You know, hang in there. That's not a pretty game, but it's definitely not ugly. I mean, I think The Witcher looks nicer, but there's also more trees and that kind of stuff. There's people that think Marvel Avengers looks like a PS2 game. I'm like, yeah, no. Now, the character, Spider-Man himself, I think looks nice. Like the outfits. I mean, I guess it doesn't help if I do it in the dark. But, like, I like the shininess of the outfits. Like, the graphics there, I think they did well with the actual character himself. Like, the lighting and all that. It looks pretty good. But I do find sometimes some open-world games won't necessarily look as good as games that are more linear kind of thing. Like, Resident Evil. Right? I think Resident Evil 2, for example, I didn't play 3 except for the demo. Resident Evil 2 Remake, or even 7. Those look good. Right? Those look good. But I could almost promise you if it was an open world game like Skyrim or Zelda Breath of the Wild, you probably wouldn't be able to have Resident Evil looking that good, if you know what I mean. So it's like smaller games, smaller maps, better graphics. Yeah. Yeah, so sure, compared to Resident Evil 2 graphics, not that great. But yeah, I don't think I'm just not that picky when it comes to graphics. I'm more about the anti-aliasing and all that. Oh, Dingleberry shitstain. Yeah, he's a useless fucking twat. Him and Josh can go fuck each other. They can come back in here all they want. I got a nice little surprise for him. Yeah, I find the graphics of the actual Spider-Man himself look good.
Reminds
The
me of
characters.
old times.
What's on that drive?
Not entirely
Yeah.
sure, to be honest.
Then why are you stealing it?
If I don't,
Yeah.
they'll kill my son.
Really? Oh, I don't find them that bad. To me, terrible graphics is anything that was on the Nintendo 64 when they started doing the polygon crap.
Can't be. I mean, it could be, and I could be. No. I'm not.
Bigger map, harder to have. Yeah.
MJ, I found the cat.
Yeah.
Got away.
Really? How methodical of her.
She stole another data drive.
So each family has a drive. It's on 'em.
Where am I even going?
Well,
I'm just kind of messing around, by the way, because it's this is the DLC that was on sale, so you play at night.
could end badly for everyone.
So I kind of just wanted to quickly
I'll let you know if I turn up.
kind of get into it a little bit and see just kind of what it feels like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some graphics that are just so bad, so old. Yeah, exactly. GTA Vice City, and I used to think those graphics were amazing when it first came out. I was like, whoa, look at that. Look at those graphics. Grand Theft Auto Vice City PS2. Holy shit. This is the future. God damn. This looks way better than Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Screwball?
Yeah, 4 aged well.
I sure am.
Especially like when I played like the Lost and Damned on PC.
Aren't they just
It was pretty decent. Let me just yeah. Oh yeah, Fallout is fun. I have most of the Fallout games. I'm gonna go back to the non-DLC map just for a minute. Oh, yeah. Hey, LM, how's it going? What was I wanting to do? Oh yeah, that's right, you can do it from within the game.
helping me set up?
That's what's kind of cool. Yeah, see? Already done 22% of the heist. I'm done the main story, I just don't do the collectible side mission bullshit. That's what I like, right? You can just kind of literally... Playing stories out of order will result in spoilers, and leaving an unfinished story can result in losing a mission. I'll just go back to the regular one just for a minute. Obviously, I'm fine with that. Oh, you got yeah, see, I can't do platinum. I just don't care about that crap. So who are these people you were talking about that can... there's just people that are they're just dumb. They're people that should have been aborted. They're people whose parents should have swallowed her, you know? They think they're funny, they think they're edgy, they think they're hip, but they're not. They're boring. They're generic copy and paste. I've said this a million times. Copy and paste insults. Nothing original. I'm all about originality. If you're not original and you think you're cool, coming up with like, oh, you probably live in your mama's basement. Yeah, okay. You're getting banned just for that. You're getting canceled. You gotta come up with something original. You know? And if you can't do that, then you can't hold my attention, then you're not worth my time. Like I said, if I have to do a Trolling 101 tutorial, how to properly troll, I'll do it. Because I know how to fucking do it. I have yet to meet someone that can out-roast me. It's just not gonna happen. Because I don't use the same insults everybody else uses. It's like when you play the guitar and you play somebody else's music. That's, to me, that's not impressive. Right? It's just a copy and paste. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I do it because it's fun. There's just some people that are kind of weird because they almost play and talk as if they're the ones that actually wrote the song. It's like, you do know you didn't write that, right? That's Metallica. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I gotta say, this game, it's been a while since I played it. Like, aggressively. Whoops. But it's fun.
Demons are after some serious financing.
Yeah, but those aren't even insults. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I never got a platinum. Oh, yeah. Plus, people are overly sensitive, too. When you say certain things, it's 2020. You can't say that. No. The time frame shouldn't matter. Time frame shouldn't matter. Things that people say you shouldn't say in 2020 were things I never said to begin with. You either can say it or you can't. This is kind of how I see it. So if you shouldn't say it today, that means you shouldn't have been able to say it back then, and it should have been called out a lot sooner. Not 50 fucking years later. After someone is just so ingrained in saying certain things. But I mean, I've already talked about that before. Yeah, sometimes I just kind of like whipping around. I just love how fast and fluid the game is. If those are the only insults people can come up with for you, then you... Oh, yeah. Like I said, I can get really nasty. But I also don't use language that, like, attacks some type of minority group or whatever, right? Those are the ones that are like, even if your intentions were good, that shit can get you in trouble. Especially on YouTube and stuff. Oof. There's some stuff that YouTube is not okay with. Some, like, really mild, stupid stuff. But, you know, whatever. Oh, yeah. Anyways, don't mind me. I was just kind of, like, messing around. I found a good way to, Sorry, this gets addicting for me sometimes. Just kind of, like, literally just... I don't know. I never get bored of doing this. It's just, like... it's just so fun. Yeah, I don't like censorship. To me, say what you want, but if it's nasty and if it's derogatory, then you're just gonna fucking get called out on it. Right? I don't like censorship because to me, if you think it, it's the same thing. You know that expression, it's the thought that counts? Well, if you're thinking it, you might as well be fucking saying it. Show your true colors even if they're ugly. You'll just get called out on it. Simple as that. Me, I don't hold back. I'm not worried about people's feelings. If it's how I feel, it's how I feel. It might be rude, but you're gonna get the truth from me. You want me to lie and pretend to be something I'm not and sugarcoat it? I'm not into that. But at the same time, I'm not into being a legit prick either, right? I'm just not into being fake. That's my point. But then if I find that you're a hateful piece of shit, well then I just obviously won't associate with you, right? But yeah. So this happened. Obviously I can't play it yet. But I am so fucking excited for this. It's gonna be insane. I gotta wait 9 hours for this shit. Plus, who makes the rules? Who decides what's okay, what's not okay? I feel like in the last couple of years, there's all these words I used to say 20, 25 years ago that, like, magically overnight, oh, don't say that. It's like, what? Didn't even mean anything ill by what I said in the first place. Sometimes people look too much into it. Yeah, the N-word, I don't play with that, because, first of all, I just don't see the need. It's Battlegrounds. It's a wrestling game. Yeah, the N-word's not even funny. I don't say it. There's no need to say it. I've never had the urge to say it. That word to me was never okay to say then, now, and forever. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm getting at. When a word is bad, it shouldn't be bad based on the era that you were in. But I get times change, and I'm all for that. You know what I mean? And I get it. I really do. Because some of the people have good intentions, you know what I mean? They, they want to change certain things, and they can be perceived as social justice warriors. But some of them have, you know what I mean? Legit, what's the word I'm looking for? They legitimately want to make things better and have it so that people act a bit better. And I get that because, you know, that whole, like, if you let something slide for a long time and then it becomes, like, the norm. Yes, I disconnected from the internet because I'm going to cheat. So I get that. I guess what I'm getting at is that's why I've talked about this before. That's why I don't like cancel culture. There are people that have done things that I myself wouldn't do, that I don't appreciate. But let's say it was a long time ago. You know, that whole, well, that was 20 years ago. And to me, that does kind of stand because it's true. Certain things that you would see on TV, joke about on TV 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you won't see today. You can't go back and attack someone for what they did 20, 30 years ago when it was more socially acceptable, and then condemn them for it and say, hey, how dare you say that word 35 years ago? Bitch, were you even born 20 years ago? You know what I mean? Like, and that's the problem, right? That is the huge problem. If it was said last week, well, that's a bit different. You know, you can say, hey, you know. But I feel like some people are just on a huge power trip to control people. Like, what was a good example of one? An amazing example of one. So I was on Twitter, and I was having a debate with someone. And someone came in who's a Trump supporter. And he was like, oh, we got a snowflake here. I said, nah, I'm more like a fucking iceberg. You know, one that doesn't actually melt. And he's like, what? I was like, you wouldn't get it. You're a fucking Trump turd. So a guy who follows me private messages me and says, okay, so just so you know, that is an ableist. The fuck technical word that this punk-ass motherfucker tried to use with me. It's an ableist slur. Essentially, you're calling someone a retard. And he's like, you know, I have some mental... I'm like, I have mental issues. That's why I don't fucking work. This isn't about you. It's about that specific person I was talking to. Anyways, he was trying to tell me it's a play on retard. Don't call people a Trump tard. And I'm like, fuck off. That's basically what I said. Do you know what I mean? That's basically what I said. Because I am an asshole when it comes to that stuff. Don't tell me how to fucking talk. I don't go on his Twitter and tell him how to talk. Right? Who the hell wants to be told how to talk? Especially when it's on your own platform. There's people that say certain things that I don't like. You know what I do? I unfollow them. I don't tell them how to speak. They'll realize it on their own when everybody stops following them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, listen, don't tell me how to speak. If I want to call him a Trump tard, I'm going to call him a Trump tard. No matter what you say. Because then... yeah, I shouldn't even have to explain it. Because to me, it's you know, it's kind of weird, but now that we're on this subject, let's get into it. It's kind of weird because there's a difference between, like, let's say someone I don't like, hey, Stotts, how's it going? Hey, Felix, how's it going? There's a difference between going, hey, you're a Trump tard, you know, shut up, and then making fun of someone for actually having mental retardation issues. To me, there's a huge difference. Oh, I don't care. Fuck it. Fucking fuck. I don't care. It's just, it's a figure of speech is what it is. Sometimes people look too much into it. Do you know what I mean? They look too much into it. And it's like, just, you're overthinking it. It's a comment. It's a Trump tard. It's a turd. It's, you know what I mean? It's the meaning of people. Yeah, well, if they can't survive that, they're not going to get far in life. There comes a point where you have to kind of get your shit together and grow a thicker skin. Or you're going to get chewed the fuck up. You know what I mean? You really are. Like, I get it though. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like bullying and, you know, people that harass people. I'm not into that. That stuff's not funny. Because some people take that really seriously. And then they off themselves because they're getting bullied, right? I like bullying the bullies. That's what I like doing. Drive them nuts.
You'll be the first wave. My agents will follow and secure the...
But yeah, the last couple of streams, it's been kind of lonely. It's been kind of troll-free. Oh yeah, like I said, if I'm not making thousands of dollars on my live streams, you know what I mean? I'm not too worried about the... not overly worried about the monetization here and there on some videos. If I'm feeling vulgar one day, then so be it. Yeah, no. Wallet, yeah, I never had a wallet. So here's what I'm doing. I'm playing offline, and what I'm actually doing is a weird oddball tactic. So there's an elite unit. He's got the helmet icon above his head, right? So what I end up doing is I attack him. See the glowy guy? Come on. You don't want to kill all of them. You just want to get this guy. Quit making me look bad. Just die already. Check out this little trick. Whoops. The fuck difficulty is this one? Right, so you grab that, you grab your gear, you see if it's actually better than what you have. It is 77 to 79. So that's pretty cool. Your computer just shut down. You're being invaded. And then while there's still enemies left in that group, what you end up doing is you actually run away. I'm actually going to make a video on this. You just run away for a couple seconds, maybe to roughly about this fence right here. Now watch this. Your team comes back. Obviously, it's going to be slower with Captain America because he can't fly. Watch what happens when I get closer. Is it a Windows update? See, look, they're all spawning back. See that? They're all spawning back. You see, there's the guy. He doesn't have the icon above his head, but it's him. Like, you can tell it's him. Okay, seriously? Who the fuck are you attacking? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm farming the elite. You know how long it would take to go back to the ship, restart the mission, just to kill this prick? See? Another epic. Oh, that one didn't end up being better than what we had. That happens. It's not always going to be better, but it's a good way to... Give me a second there, I just want to run away. Anyways, I'm not going to do this too much longer there. I just kind of wanted to test this out for a couple minutes. But going back to what you were saying, like, Carlin. Oh, George Carlin. It's not the words, it's the context. Yeah, context is huge. So based on the context, you can say the same word, the same phrase, the same sentence, but you add a different context behind it. And that's why just on an individual basis, it just needs to be addressed individually. There's one I don't like talking about, but I'm going to say it anyways. Because it's a good one, because it's something that happened in recent memory, speaking of context. Yeah, I've eaten crab sticks.
Everyone's in place. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's pretty simple. So, one thing I don't like, obviously, for example, is blackface, right? Because of the history behind it. Now, less than a year ago, I had no idea what the hell blackface was. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know where it originated from, because I just had never heard the term before. Now, I'm Canadian. It's a little bit different. It was less prominent back in the day when it was more rampant. And then you'll have, like, comedians like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon 25 years ago on Saturday Night Live, that one of them was dressed in blackface and were imitating Chris Rock. They weren't making fun of black people. They weren't being racist or derogatory. But the action of the blackface is considered racist. So now, today, in today's society, it's been deemed that you don't do it. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel agree that you shouldn't do that, so they don't do that. Holy cow, that guy went flying. And so they don't do it. But you can't go Hey, I thought you said you're not into blackface. You don't support those actions because it's racist, but here's your ass 25 years ago on fucking TV doing blackface. Like, bitch, that was a quarter of a century ago when it was deemed a little bit more acceptable. Do you know what I mean? Kinda. So it's like, because people can make mistakes, right? Because as far as I know, no one's perfect. You learn from your mistakes. I know you exist. What's going on? Who's Lee Evans? I have no idea who that is. By Joaco. Hello. Skater XL. Hello to you too. So that's the kind of cancel culture that I'm against, right? Yeah, they did something that today in 2020 you would never see on TV. Oh my god. If you guys know what Saturday Night Live is... Yeah, I need to say this, sorry, without running. Saturday Night Live, or a lot of shows today, you would never catch anybody doing that. But again, the context is important. I'm not saying what they did was cool, but it also didn't happen in 2020. It happened in the early fucking 90s. The guy was imitating Chris Rock, and he actually did a spot-on impression of him, and it wasn't meant to be demeaning. You know what I mean? Again, the context, he was mimicking. When you mimic someone, what helps when you mimic someone? When you sound like them and when you look like them. That was the context. That's why he did that. He wasn't trying to be, you know what I mean? But again, same thing with our Prime Minister in Canada, Justin Trudeau. He was caught 20 years ago in blackface. Is the act itself racist? It would be deemed as so. But this was done like 25, 30 years ago. Again, what did Justin Trudeau look like, though? Did he look like one of those guys that you would see at a minstrel show that was depicting people of color in a negative way? No. He was dressed up as a frickin' like Aladdin genie kind of guy. A lot different than had he been dressed up as the actual stereotypical character that you would have seen at minstrel shows. So again, context, huge. Should he still not do it? Well, of course, he should still probably not do it. But he's also not doing it. Right? He's also not doing it. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel are still not practicing it. That's why you can't go back 30 years ago and be like, let's cancel The Tonight Show. Jimmy Kimmel did blackface 30 years ago. Wow. You're going to get far in life with that kind of attitude. I'm Italian. SK, unfortunately, I have nothing like Saturday Night Live. So I can't see it. Oh, you look it up. Yeah. Yeah. Like, to me, there's no, like... Yeah, and that's the thing, too. And that's why, you know, not to get too much into it, but it kind of started that way, so we're going to do it anyways. I'll touch base on it, and then we'll just kind of veer away from the topic so we don't open a can of worms. But again, to me, there's different levels of it. Had our Prime Minister last week done it, and was depicting, like I said, the people that were doing the minstrel shows in the 20s or 30s... Oh, burn them at the stake. Again, context. So yeah, not as bad, still not great. I personally wouldn't do it. I've never done it, and I never will. You know what I mean? But I'm also admitting before, I also didn't know what it was until a year ago. And, you know, a lot of people could be like, well, you can't plead ignorance. Well, no, you kind of can, because different cultures have different things that are acceptable to them. You go in some places in the Middle East, shake someone with your right hand and see what happens. It's considered a huge sign of disrespect. You shake people's hands with the left hand or something like that because you use the other one to wipe your ass and it's considered rude. But if you do that in Canada, if you do that in the United States, no one's going to look at you weird. But you know what I mean? So sometimes culture... Yeah, sorry, never used the left hand. Yeah, the other way around. Whatever. You knew what I meant. So that's kind of the thing with that. Different cultures have different things that are socially acceptable. And, yeah, like I said, if Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon now, today, were doing that on their show, oh, yeah, I'd be like, ooh, that's not a good look. Regardless of what your intent was in the context, It's a different degree, sure. It's not as severe as the ones that were doing it in the 20s and 30s, but to me it's kind of like, I wouldn't do it. Never had the urge to do it, and I never will. Right? So that's why I feel, you know, when things happen, they need to be addressed individually. You can't just lump everything up together. Two people can do the same act, like you said, and if the context is different, it actually changes the landscape of the entire situation, like night and day. So that's why I'm not into cancel culture at all. If someone does something wrong, call them out on it. See if they learn and grow as a human. Do they become a better person? Do they learn from their mistake? Do you know what I mean? If someone sidesteps once and you're so quick to just pull the plug, you're never going to see if that person's able to grow and mature or anything either. You're not giving people a chance, right? So to me, it's just downright stupid. Anyways. That's all I was saying. Ah, you see? Yeah, that was no good either. So probably not the most efficient way to level up some gear, but sometimes doing what I was doing can be, you know, kind of effective a little bit. You missed a World of Warcraft, by the way. Hello, Black Lives Matter. How's it going? Yeah, nor show someone from Middle East the bottom of your feet. Yeah. Biscuits. Yeah, I hate it when people defend Michael Richards' racist outburst because you could tell it was straight hatred. Well, yes. Oh, man. We're really opening up a can of worms now. Funny because I watched Seinfeld. I don't think they're trying to be funny. Give people the benefit of the doubt. They're not necessarily trolling. Well, it's a glitch. It's not really supposed to happen. It's because I'm not getting rid of the entire group of enemies. So because of that, it's causing it to respawn, and I'm just farming the elite for gear. Yeah, within reason. There's certain things that I just myself wouldn't joke about, just because that's just my own thing. Yeah, it's an exploit. Yeah. Yeah, so the Michael Richards thing, now that you brought it up, but then I do kind of want to move it on to a lighter topic of conversation. Like I said, I love Seinfeld. I was absolutely disgusted with his 2006, his racist rant. You know what I mean? There's no excuse for that. But at the same time, I'm gonna say it right now. Should he be canceled for the rest of his life? I don't think that's healthy either. Does he later repeat the behavior over time? Does he apologize? Does he look sincere? Does he look embarrassed? I've seen a lot of evidence to support that he wasn't exactly happy with what he said. He didn't think it was funny. Yeah, well, I don't think he was trying to be funny with his racist rant. He was mad that he was getting heckled, and he just went somewhere he shouldn't have gone. But do I think he should be canceled for life? That's the whole thing. I don't think so. If he keeps repeating the behavior, if he keeps making excuses, if he doesn't own up to his mistake, that's why everything's got to be individually, analyzed, literally. I've seen a lot of footage. I saw a recent interview with Michael Richards. He was afraid to speak. You could just tell he was uneasy. And this was like recent. Like I'm talking like 4 months ago. I saw an interview with him 4 months ago. Years after the whole thing. And you can just tell, he said something absolutely despicable. There's just no arguing that. But I don't know. Like I said, to just permanently be like, you're gone. You're out. Does he do it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times? Does he keep, over the course of history, being caught up in the same controversy? Right? It's like, Oh, it did, for sure. Of course it did. This is going to be a weird analogy. It's like comparing weather to climate. Oh, he definitely did do something racist. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So, it's like comparing the weather to the climate. It's not the same thing. Weather is day to day. Climate is over a course of like 15 to 20 years. Do you know what I mean? I won't fully judge a person by one action. I'm not saying it won't leave an impression, an imprint. But if I saw Michael Richards on the street, the first thing that would come out of my mouth wouldn't be, "You effing racist piece of crap." Either. You see what I'm saying? There's that too. He said those things. They were absolutely terrible. But ultimately, you can't judge his heart. You don't know what he truly felt in his heart. Did he really feel that hatred? It sure looked like it in the moment. I've raged and yelled at people. "I'm gonna kill you," and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Did I mean what I said? No. It came out in the, in the heat of the moment. That's why, like I said, it's only time will tell. Right? But people are allowed to feel the way they want. If someone doesn't want to forgive them, they have every right to do that as well. Right? What I don't believe in is telling people to get over it. Yeah, there's like 172,000 words in the English language. If you have to resort to the N-word and some other words, then yeah, there's definitely something wrong with you. Especially when you have that repeated behavior. Like there's a YouTuber by the name of Keemstar who went on a similar racist tirade as Michael Richards did. The difference between Michael Richards... Yeah, but that's kind of their thing now. I'm not going to argue with the black guy that wants to use the N-word. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell them how to speak. White people have tried to take everything away from black people if black people, want to use that word. It's definitely not up to me to tell them how to speak. You know? But yeah, so my point was with Keemstar. He's a guy that went on some racist rants a bunch of times. A bunch of times. You see the key word in that? A bunch of times. Repeatedly. Repeats the same behavior. Never apologizes. Once someone called him out on Twitter and said, "You know that this alternate persona that you claim, Keemstar, is very racist." Do you know what his reply was? Publicly on Twitter. He goes, "Yeah, I get that it was racist, but when you want to get underneath someone's skin and you want to draw controversy, that's what you do." Wow. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, he went on the same kind of rant as Michael Richards did, but as decades went by, you know what I mean? Absolute, just like... No, to me, and I've called him out, he's blocked me on Twitter. I've actually video messaged him before. He's one of the biggest piles of shit I've ever seen in my life. Really, really, really despise him with a passion. He's the kind of guy that's been cancelled lightly a couple of times, and they still give him a platform. Then you have that girl, Alinity, who slaps her cat, spits in her dog's face, slaps him around, and she's still given a... You know what I mean? She's still given a platform. That kind of stuff to me is disgusting. Because the behavior is repeating again, non-stop. You know what I mean? Yeah, Keemstar has no shame. Which is why, I mean, I've just never liked him. There was always something about him I never liked. And then I saw some very nasty stuff about him. Not once, not twice, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. He doxed an old man and falsely accused him of being a pedophile, and then when he was proven wrong, he never apologized. Completely almost drove the man to suicide. Like, it's... The guy's nasty, man. That's the kind of guy that you cancel. A guy who shows no remorse, who doesn't grow, who doesn't learn, who doesn't change his ways. Oh yeah, I don't like him. Not in the slightest bit. And to me, people that have that type of social media presence, they can be very influential, right? That's the other problem. Some of these people carry a lot of weight because they influence the younger generation. So he's just one person, but he can influence hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. And, oh, I agree. He does belong in jail. Yeah, but anyways, I know this got a little dark there, but I like talking about it once in a blue moon. It kind of wasn't my original intent of the conversation direction to go into, but it did. Yeah, same thing with Alex Jones, conspiracy nutwing. Trying to tell people that their kids that died in Sandy Hook didn't die and their childs were not killed. That's absolutely terrible. And again, these people have such a massive platform that, yeah, it's just bad. Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying that either. Hey, yeah, because wishing someone I mean, even I wouldn't wish Keemstar COVID. I wish him a punch in the face. You know what I mean? But that's a lot different than wishing COVID on him. Even I wouldn't go that far. But I get what you're saying. He's, incredibly harmful. There's massive petitions to have him removed. You know, when you've been around for 10 or 12 years and you've still got that same repeated pattern, it's like, yeah, you're just a wackadoo. You need to be taken out off your platform. It's harmful because then you get that whole younger generation. Well, I heard him say it. Everybody likes him. He's really popular. He says it. Right? Then you have these people that normally wouldn't have said or thought a certain way, but they did because they got influenced by someone who's got a strong social media presence. When you've got like several million followers, that's it's pretty big. And the fact that the guy couldn't even admit he made a mistake by falsely accusing an old man of being a pedophile just because he sort of kind of looked like one that was alleged to be one is like, you know, man up that you made a mistake, you know? But some people, they're incapable of doing that. I don't want any arguing in here. People are getting canceled. Yeah, I haven't seen... Like I said, I didn't like, you know, saying to wish him he had COVID. But, I moved on from it, you know? Yeah, or if they comment in his chat and people cheer them on, feels good to some poor neglected kid looking for attention. Yeah, because it's also a shock value thing. Well, I don't think he said Keemstar should die. He said COVID, and then I said I don't, even appreciate going as far as saying that. And then I kind of moved on. I would have a problem if he repeatedly kept saying that. I think, we're being too harsh. Yeah, it wasn't a death threat. Yeah, no, the gear here isn't all that great. But inside the cache it will be. Oh. Nice. Well, potentially it's nice. I haven't seen the actual power level of it. Like, I get it, it's a figure of speech. Oh, I hope he gets COVID, Me, I just say, I hope someone just walks up to him and just punches him square in the face, Nothing too extreme. Nope, no better again either. 80, 79, so, yeah. Yeah, it's not any better. I have no idea what that is. The term of what? Yeah, like I said, I can wish someone a slap in the face. But, nothing too extreme. No, I wouldn't get too worried about that. Yeah, I have no idea which that thing is. Anyhow, I'll probably finish this mission. Not too sure what I'll do after, to be honest. But this is definitely... Whoops. One of the best missions to farm when you're offline. Because the reward is just so good at the end. You get a guaranteed locked outfit. If you get 100%, you get a guaranteed legendary. So that's pretty good. I'll check out the chat in a minute there after this.
That's all she wrote, kid.
Okay, here we go. No, I don't know what Shigen is. No idea what that is. Yeah, it's because I'm just gonna be honest. So the reason why Black Lives Matter probably got attacked, whatever, by Aquino is because there are people that come in with, you know what I'm saying? Things that highlight controversial things that are going on around the world, and they troll the piss out of the channel. We don't really give people the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, sometimes. I try to. Don't be getting thirsty for Aquino now. Yeah, don't even. Well, I support your name. Like I said, when you came in, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Because you have to do that. I only have one. So that's the main thing. Yeah, people need to chill out or they're vamush. It's simple. Like I said before, I'm not here looking for a popularity contest. I don't care if this is one of my record concurrent viewers in a stream. I'm not about the numbers. I'd rather have 5 people in my chat that are normal than 1,000 that are all talking shit. You see what I'm saying? No, she got a little snippy. There's no doubt about that. Now I'm telling her to nicely, lay off it. He said a thing that I wasn't exactly a fan of, wishing someone COVID, even if it's someone like Keemstar. It's just not something that I like. He stopped saying it. I stopped bringing it up. And we're just kind of trying to move along. It shouldn't be that difficult to do. Oh, yeah. I could have probably had 50 people in here by now if it wasn't for all the people I permanently delete from the stream. Remember, I'm not all about, oh my god, wow, we're at 20. Yay, 20 people in the stream, but half of them are fucking idiots. Then to me, there isn't 20 people in the stream, is there? I would still look at it as there's only 10 people in the stream. Because the other 10 would be vamosh. They'd be gone. They'd be cancelled. So that's my take on that. Never get it twisted for a moment that I'll let shit slide on my stream if the numbers start climbing. Nope. Won't happen on my watch. Oh, I don't care if there's 20, 25. I'm not concerned about that.
Look for a chest containing special resources nearby.
Yeah, don't be getting thirsty for my mods now. Oh. There. I don't drink alcohol. Tommy, you've already asked me that before. By the way, I know who you are. There's some personal questions that I share with people and other ones I just choose not to answer. I drink water. That's what I drink. The hell's he kicking at?
The Inhumans are safe for now.
When I used to drink alcohol, I used to drink vodka and orange juice, rum and Coke, though I preferred rum with Diet Pepsi, to be technical. Wasn't as sweet tasting. For beer, I used to drink Coors Light. Coors Light from a glass bottle. Molson Special Dry, only if it was in a can. Very particular because of the way the taste is when something's in a bottle versus a can. Certain beers kind of had a nice flavor, and I felt that Molson Special Dry in a can. Oh, wow. That was a good drink. But it wasn't worth all the bullshit it brought me.
No one knows fall.
I can't wait for the update that's supposed to be coming out for this game. Any day.
Stand up and fight.
Should be pretty big, actually.
Did that hurt? Ooh, did that hurt?
Oh. Almost got blown up. Oh, nice.
You guys okay?
It's closer to you than it is to us.
A Doom bar. I don't know what that is. Am I getting a PS5? It depends. It all depends if I can get my hands on one when there's a pre-order and I happen to have the money laying around.
We need some time to get everyone aboard the Quinjet. That we can do. Let's get these punks.
Oh, let me see if this gear was even any better. Yeah, oh, it is. Nice. Get rid of that. So, remember I talked about this before, even though this is an 82, this is technically actually higher gear. Even though it's an 81. Because the base of this armor is actually only 80. I boosted it up twice to an 82. Right? Whereas if I grab that one, now I boost it. Now it's an 83. You see that? Because your gear, when you get better gear, it's not based on what you upgraded the item to, even though it should. It's actually based on what the base power level was of your armor. Which is, I think, something they're going to be addressing in the next update. Hello, SK. Doom Bar Sharps Corn. I have no idea what that is. Do I ever play old games on LiveStream? Usually not, because I don't have that much time. I usually play the newer stuff that I'm excited about. I'm not saying I'll never go and play something a bit older. People are... Why buy an Xbox Series S for $300 when it's basically an Xbox? Because it's not. The Xbox Series S is definitely a better machine than the Xbox One X. But yeah.
Was that supposed to be cool?
You know what? You spent too much time with Nat. I am cool.
Actually, after this mission, I might actually even take a break, to be honest. Because I've already been streaming for an hour and a half.
Way worse.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that, to be honest. Might go for an extra walk. Mow the lawn. Do some stuff around the house. Twitch?
That's fun.
I might later tonight put in about a half hour into Twitch. Just to kind of keep my hours a little bit up. But my viewerships are definitely not going any higher on Twitch. So that's why I normally don't go there. But I've said it before, though, I much prefer Twitch overall. Oh, I just love music in general. I don't really have so much one that I like more than the other. It all depends on my mood, I guess. What's nonce stings on YouTube? Oh, yeah, yeah. If the Xbox Series S is cheaper than the Xbox One X, yeah. But don't forget the price on that Xbox One X is probably going to drop come launch day. They're not going to keep the Xbox One X more expensive. It's probably going to fizzle into obscurity anyways. At some point. I have no idea what Grime is. No idea. What, I got distracted. Did I even look at my loot? I did. Okay. Yeah, after this I should be at 90, so another couple of minutes. Yeah, me, like I said, I'll get a PS5 if there's one actually available. Yesterday I could have got one, but I don't have the money to pay for the whole thing up front. $710 Canadian? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have that much money. Even if I could have gotten the money in a couple of days, within like 15-20 minutes, all the pre-orders were sold out. So I'll have to wait for another round. Maybe in the next couple of weeks to a month. See what happens. And go from there. You're buying an Xbox One X? Yeah, if they go down to 200, yeah. We got around 300 subs in a few days, too. For who? You did? Eric? You got 300 subs in a few days? What's Skepta? I have no idea what that is either. I don't know who Arteta is. People asking me all this shit I don't know anything about. Yeah, I don't know any of those people. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. No idea. 90% of what's being said, I have no idea what or who those things are. Get your ass down there. That's also why I like playing as Thor. There we go. It's usually easier to get everyone. Nice. Because I've been around. Oh! Yeah, I think I went up 300 subs and not that long ago. No, I'm just getting tired. I got a headache. Because they're fucking annoying. Come on, you didn't know who that was? That was Tommy and, fuck was his name? Joe W. Tom Clark. I knew who they were the moment they came in the chat. Fuck them. I told you, I don't put up with people that are annoying. Oof. Here we go. Oh. Nice. These guys can be really annoying to take down. They hit so hard. This is where I should get a decent piece right here. There we go. Mission done.
Tim, you are clear for takeoff. We're there, guys.
Yes. Yeah, their chat's gone. Aladdin, they're done.
Gotta keep moving.
There's, you know, listen. Am I everyone's cup of tea? No. Some people find me annoying. Good. Get out.
Humans are on their way
It's
to
that
the
simple.
airfield now.
If somebody comes into my stream and I just think they're annoying, they're gone.
Time, Dr. Pym.
They have a history, they're annoying, they get on my nerves. I don't need to keep, like I said,
Jarvis,
the numbers
now,
up.
son. You think you're clever, don't
Well, your name shouldn't be offending
you? You're
people.
welcome. Enjoy
Your name, obviously, is going to bring controversy. Some people aren't going to know what your intent is. Some people might think you're trolling. That's just the world we live in. So that's why I tell people, you got to give the people the benefit of the doubt. Give them a couple of minutes, see how they talk, what do they do. Those other people that came in, I knew who they were. But I was like, you know what? Let me just kind of let it slide for a bit. Then I reached my limit, and they're gone. See? It went up by 5 points. That's huge. No, I think it's because you said you didn't support the movement, which I do. Remember, there's a huge difference between peaceful protesters and rioters. They're two completely different things. They're not even anywhere near the same. There's also a lot of rioters that pose as fake Black Lives Matter supporters to try to tarnish their name and make them look bad. I'm telling you, don't get me going on that shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Rioting is rioting. Protesting is protesting. They're completely different. Rioting is like, I don't care what side you're on. You know what I'm saying? No, and you didn't. And that's why I didn't do anything. Right, Jimmy? I didn't go, oh, fuck, here we go. Now, in my head, sure, of course, for that split moment, I'm like, okay, let's just see where this goes. Let's just see where this goes. Because generally speaking, based on my small history of live streaming on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But that's why people come in, I give them a moment, I see what's up. And then as they speak, I get to form a better opinion on the person. Well, he didn't wish them death, he just wished them ill. I addressed it, I said it once, and that was it, and we moved on. He moved on. He hasn't continuously kept on going about it. Other people have been going on about it. Where you attack Jimmy as if he said it 5 or 6 times. You ban him, he comes back. Fuck him, give him the COVID. Okay, then you know he's trolling. He said it once, he was angry, he doesn't like Keemstar. He spoke his piece. I simply said I wouldn't go that far. We move along. We move forward. The light's green. Let's get to the next intersection, moving along down our journey. Don't ask me what that was. It made sense to me in my head. Didn't give that too much thought. But it made sense to me. When we just go on harping about shit, that's what drives me nuts. I get it. You know you. I have a feeling I know. It's okay. Oh, are they? Pretty much. Jimmy didn't care. Or, sorry. Jimmy's saying, sorry, I don't care if King. Yeah, I get it. Again, it's that world we live in, right? We could say to someone, we don't care if they live or die, and then people will take that out of context and go, oh my god, he wishes him dead. No, that's not what they said. They're saying they'd be indifferent. It wouldn't bother them. Keem could get abducted by an alien, be sent to Mars, and I'd never see or hear from him again. It would do me no difference either. But yeah. I have to go in like 5 minutes anyways. You know? So. Like I said, I might be back a little bit later. Let me just do a moment, because it's one of my signature games. I'm going to do a little, kaboom. Give me a moment here. I'm going to do some, Alright, get out of that. I'll do some Skater XL, because it's more relaxing. I don't have to think and all that kind of stuff. Did we get an update to that game yet? No, we didn't. Okay. Now give me a... Oh, Mountain Blade got another update. I'll have to make a video on that at some point. Okay. Alright. Halt! Everyone, seriously, there's barely like a dozen people in here. We can't even get that many people getting along. Enough out of everyone, or I'm kicking everyone out. The Cold War, probably not. I'm probably not going to bother with the alpha. It depends if it's open. If I got a pre-order, definitely not going to do that. Oh, I don't rate games. Tommy boy. Yes, I'm in a relationship with your fucking mother. Jesus Christ, some people are fucking annoying. You know, it's not the questions that are annoying, eh? It's when you ask the same fucking question. Like, do you have, like, dementia or Alzheimer's? Like, what the fuck? These people ask the same question all the time. That's why I refuse to answer it. I'm all out of cookies. What's free? Ooh. Oh. No, it is bad. I'll tell you why. When the same people ask the same questions over and over and over again, and I answer the question over and over again, that question then does become that bad. At that point, I get annoyed. It's like I said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. If people get on my nerves, they're gone. If they don't care, I don't care either. Like I said, I have a very small group of people that normally come to hang out. That's what that's about. It's that whole cliche, it's about the quality. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Almost looked like it snapped his neck. It's all about the quality, not the quantity. I mean, sure, do I want 1,000 people? Well, of course I would, because it'd be more money, right? But then the chat's going to be a lot less manageable. There's going to be a lot less personalized messages, because it would be hard to keep up with the chat if there was 1,000 people in here. But if 800 of them are trolls and they're annoying and obnoxious, I'd rather they're all gone and I'm only left with 20 people or something that are all just, like, not getting on my nerves. Really. Oh yeah, I get lots of dislikes. Have you seen how I speak? I don't hold back. So people are like, yeah, I'm gonna show him. They can go ahead and show me all they want. The gravy is still pouring on my potatoes every month. They can't stop the gravy train, you know what I mean? They think that they're affecting me when they're not. They come in, they say something stupid, they're gone. It's that simple. Man, this game is so relaxing. Normally I wouldn't be skating on the grass, but the physics allows me to do it. Skate 3 is absolutely not better. Yeah, Skate 4 is going to be cool. I don't think Aquino has said anything to you, Jimmy, in the last few minutes. Yeah. You guys, Aquino and Jimmy, got off on the wrong foot. It's really simple. You're both like, "Ugh." You know? I've already answered your question. Your mama and I are in a long-term relationship. Such an unoriginal sack of shit. Unreal. That's actually more what I'm angry by. People just, you know, have no originality. None whatsoever. They can't come up with something clever. People don't know how to be slick. Gotta learn how to be slick. You know what I'm saying? Like the KY jelly your dad had to use on your mum. Like, fuck, man. You gotta come up with some original shit you've never fucking heard before. Don't even think about it. Just let it flow. I don't even think about the shit that comes out of my mouth before it comes out. My brain can't even keep up with, you know, my mouth can't keep up with what my brain is thinking. Yeah, you two just need to chill the fuck out, straight up. Aquino didn't get on your case to change your name. It's trolls, that's what they do. They troll. Trolls troll. Right? It's like asking, why does a fish swim in water? It's in their DNA, man. It's what makes them live. Right? Ooh. Let's do this just for a few minutes, then I'll head out. But that's what's really nice about Twitch. Twitch, I go on about a lot. Twitch is really awesome because you can't talk to me. Oh no. You don't get to talk. You don't get to speak in my Twitch stream. Unless you've been following me for maybe 10 minutes a day. No one's gonna make 25 accounts and wait 24 hours just so they can come in one time and go, "Are you in a relationship?" Click, gone. Now they gotta wait 24 hours before they can say something else again. Rather than 2.5 seconds, right? It's the number one reason why Twitch is better. YouTube are fucking stupid with how they handled live streaming. You can't gain as much control in your chat. That's why all these big streamers on YouTube, they don't really care because they have so many mods. They can't even interact with the people that are in their chat anyways. Oh, you'd know if it was bothering me. What bothers me is how shitty the YouTube platform is for live streaming. It's amazing for uploading. Absolute garbage for live streaming. But they make improvements here and there. It's better than it used to be. Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm just getting lazy. You see, these people come in here and they don't think I know what's going on. Like, come on now. Yeah, I definitely missed playing this game. Oh. Oh, nice. There. Take a nap. Well, YouTube could fix a lot, How am I arrogant? I just know what's up. Well, it's actually very simple. Block people by IP. Well, if people think I'm arrogant, I'm cocky, I'm annoying, they know where the fucking door is. People are gonna learn real quick I'm not here to be popular. Yeah, with YouTube, it's very easy to fix, actually. You just have it so that you have a subscriber-only chat, and then you add the timer as well, so they have to subscribe. But then you can have it so that they had to have been subscribed for a day, a week, 10 minutes. Ooh, nice. You could put a timer on it. And that changes a lot. Oh no, I get that with a VPN. It's just it's an extra layer. It's an extra layer of security. So ban people by IP, and if that doesn't work and it thinks it's a new IP, let them in, but they're going to have to follow me for an entire week before they can speak. I promise you, they're going to... You know what else that would do for the trolls? This would be really interesting. Imagine if you only had one shot to make one comment, you waited an entire week. You're not just going to come in and ask me 6 times if I'm in a relationship. You're actually going to come up maybe with something a little bit more clever. You'll have had an entire fucking week to sit down with your pen and paper and actually come up with something witty. You got just that one chance. Take a jab. You know what I'm saying? Make a mark. Make a mark. Rupert, you never answered why you think I'm being arrogant. Now, like I said, I ain't got no problems with Jimmy. Jimmy and Aquino going at it back and forth for a bit, that was different. It's really that simple. Well then, you can go and find someone who's not arrogant, Rupert. People are gonna learn. Eventually, they're gonna learn. I'm not... Does it look like I'm here for... If I was so hung up with keeping the numbers at 20, I would just leave everyone in. I would let them all in. But they're not. They're not staying. Well, Rupert's gone. There we go. See, we've got Junior D. We've got Aquino. We've got Gulam. Where the hell's my mouse button at? We've got Eric Salso. Let's go up the list. Gil Edwards. Look at all those names. These are all people that have been with me for a long time. SK, I think. Stotts. There's a lot of names in here. Those are all people that just don't fuck around. Sometimes they say something goofy. That's okay. But they have a history. Right? I'm looking for people. Oh, question mark, exclamation mark, hyphen. All those people I just named, and maybe a few others that aren't speaking. I'm looking for more people like that in my stream. That's the kind of people I'm looking for. If it's just filler content just to get the numbers up to 30 people, I don't want those people in here. You see what I'm saying? I want the vibe of this chat to be pretty decent. That way I don't get wound up. I don't get worked up. I also have a headache, so I'm in a bad mood. It keeps me in a better mood. Keeps the vibe of the stream a lot better, a lot more relaxed. You know what I mean? And to be perfectly frank, you know, really, this also proves to you. See, by people watching me just go, man, this Phil guy, what's up with that guy? He's just, boom, boom, you're out, you're out. Yeah, I'm out. Because what does that also show you? That I'm not worried about the numbers. I'm worried about people enjoying their time in here. You know what I mean? When I have people say, hey, Phil, you know, you got a few moments there where you can be a pretty funny kind of guy. But I gotta admit, you know, the trolls going back and forth, it could be funny for a minute here and there, but you're just gonna bring more people in. Blah, blah, blah. It's gonna set a precedence, and, you know, in your stream. Oh, where'd he go? It's not a good look no matter what. Unless you're like Dr. Disrespect, because he's like a living meme, right? It's kind of different. He's like, you know what I mean? Dr. Disrespect from day one. He's like a living meme. He's like a special, different case. Him, I expect him to attack trolls that come in. It's different, right? Whereas with this, the people that have been, you know, I guess you could call them loyal, the people that are crazy enough to listen to me on a daily basis, they're going to see that, wow, Phil cares about growing his channel. Sure, he wants thousands of people in his live stream because he wants money. I mean, who doesn't? Guy's a poor prick anyways. But man, as soon as people start to change the flavor of what's going on, they're done. They're neutered on the spot. I also want to show people that I mean business with wanting to keep, you know, the stream like chill, which is why, not to be rude, sometimes I've told Aquino to kind of, you know, take it easy on the banning of people and shit. Because at the end of the day, her and I are two different people. She might deem, you know what, forget this, you're gone. I might be like, no, that wasn't so bad, you're not gone, right? Different personalities are going to perceive things a little bit differently. But yeah, everybody that's pretty much left in here, you know. Now, Jimmy, if I may ask, are you new to my channel? Like, were you subscribed to my channel? Or did you randomly find me today? But like I said, sometimes, you know, like I said, sometimes I wonder. Oh, that was a nice move. Thank you. Jesus. It's like, it's not even funny. But yeah, Jimmy, I was just curious if we've ever spoken before, if you just randomly found me. I was sub before, then it unsubbed, then I found you. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I did mention you, Eric, and some other people about... But be honest with me, for the people that are in here. Do you not appreciate that, though? Like, honestly? Like, if I prove myself, you know, that I don't want to deal with BS, any type of heckling, trolling, just stupidity. It's not that people can't have a fun time. But now you're starting to see that guy that's constantly saying, are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship? Plus, I also actually seriously answered the question once. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. But, you know what I mean? Because I have a lot of people that come in here that that I just like. And like I said, I'm not looking for people to be perfect. You know Aju. You guys know Aju. Well, not to put him on the spot, but that one day he kind of said something that was a little out of line. I called him out on it. I was nice about it. He stopped the behavior. He personally apologized to me. I'm not looking for people to be perfect. I'm not looking for people to not have a good time. You can, be yourself. Don't feel like you're walking on ice or on thin ice or whatever, eggshells. It's like I said, I don't judge people by the first thing they say. Well, it depends. Depends on what they say. Some people, like I said, I just kind of give them a little bit of time. I kind of watch them. And you sort of have to do that sometimes when you're profiling someone to see what their intents are. Yeah, you can. Just keep 6 feet distance and keep a mask on. It's like Russ. I'm pretty sure I know who Russ is. I have an inkling I know who Russ is. I'm not too sure. So, gotta give the benefit of the doubt. You gotta do that in life. It's gonna get you far if you give people the benefit of the doubt. Like some people, they come in and it's weird. It's almost like a weird sense. You kind of go, I think I know who that is. But then I'll go, you know what? Let me just ease off. Let me just see what happens, right? And then if I'm proven wrong, then I'm proven wrong. Oh no, that's not trolling. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Do you do this full time as a job? No, that's not trolling. You converse smoothly, Phil. Well, I wouldn't say I'm smooth. Nah, some people are like that, but... Well, again, I'm just being honest. I have an idea, but... I do this full time, but it's not exactly paying me full time, because we can all have a good laugh. 10, 12, 13, 14 people in a live stream. That's not what's paying the bills. I do YouTube full-time, but it's not like my job. It's supplementing along with me being on disability, which I've publicly spoken about. No problem. No shame. Right now, YouTube pays me a little bit more than half of what I get on disability. Then there's some mild deductions, because I got to report my earnings every month to my worker. And, yeah, so I'm treating it as though it's a full-time job. I do the streaming on the side just for the social interaction, for the fun of it. Because let's be honest, right? 13 people in a live stream, that ain't paying the bills. But my regular channel as a whole are actually paying the bills. So, I'm already more than halfway off the system, so... It's a wonderful feeling. That's why I don't give a monkey's ass when people go, you look like a cancer patient, your YouTube channel sucks, your live streams can barely pull in 2 digits, yet you got almost 10,000 subs, blah, 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 blah. That's why I just kind of laugh at all that, because I look at how much money I make every month, and I'm blown away. Like, wow, so grateful for what I have. And people just don't seem to understand that. They compare me to someone like PewDiePie and say I'm a loser. Well, yeah, I guess if you want to compare me to that guy, sure. I guess we could say I'm not really winning there. Oh, I'm stuck. But yeah. Kaput. I could feel the vibe in the room switch. Good night, have a great REM cycle. Lloyd, the Eater of Worlds. Russ is a CIA operative. No, like I said, I got my inklings and I was honest with him or her. I don't need to like, hey, psst, I think. I'll just address him straight up. If I have a problem with him, he'll be gone. But until then, From personal experience, giving people benefit of the doubt fucks you over. It does. It does. It really screws you over. But if you take that risk, people will look at you in a different light. You know what I mean? Take it easy, Gulam. What's my employee ID then? Huh? Alright. But yeah, anyways, I'll head off there in a couple of minutes. I'm just kind of... Also not used to this many people in the stream either, I gotta admit. It's kind of nice. You're gonna wash your car? Cool. Oh, come on now, Jimmy. Did you? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so, you know, just so people know, I love people having a good time, being silly, being goofy. When it becomes attacking, trolling, bullying, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes it's hard to gauge. Sometimes you may not understand why I do something because I'm not perfect. You'll be like, hey, how come that guy called you a goofball? You didn't ban him, but the guy who just simply asked you if you were in a relationship got banned. Right? It's because sometimes there's a little bit more to it than what you just see on the surface. And sometimes I'm not, you know, the best at being like, okay, that's bannable, I'll let it slide. I'm not a good moderator, you know what I mean? I just go by how I feel. If something gets on my nerves, or I just don't understand it, or I've seen it 1,000 times, yeah, like I said, I'll just get them out of the chat. There's enough people in here now, I could barely keep up. There's barely even a dozen people in the chat. I can't even keep up with everybody that's in here. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I gotta stop every 5 seconds to look at the chat to keep up with it, and that's like 12 or 13 people. Imagine 1,000, 2,000, 50,000. You can't do it. Slippin' Jimmy, there's a Bussers in London, number 69, goes down host. Oh, Jesus. Russ, my bad for calling you. Well, it's like I admitted. I had my inklings. Could be, couldn't be, but right now, that persona at this current time in the stream isn't being a troll, so gotta give them the benefit of the doubt that they're not Tom Clark. Reminds me of the old ladies falling in the infomercials. Help, I've fallen, but I can't get it. Oh, I've poked fun at that. BMW 5 Series, nice. I like BMWs. I'll never be able to afford one. Maybe the steering wheel of one. That's about it. Well, that's just it. You know, it's, you know, with what Gil was saying, it's, yes, obviously I'm going to put some, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to put a little bit more trust into people that have been around for a couple of months than a couple of days or a couple of minutes, right? Because as time goes on, you start to see people a little bit more for who they are. People that just come in, well, listen, and they're probably still in here, and let them be in here. It's like Tom Clark, Joe W, and Tommy. They're not terrible people. They've never said anything hateful. They've never said anything racist or derogatory. But no offense, they just got straight up kind of annoying. They just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Lloyd, I gotta admit, Lloyd's a pretty special one. I'm just being honest, because I don't even know what to make of Lloyd, to be honest. I don't really know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. It seems alright. I've definitely seen a lot worse. Again, I'm not looking for people to be perfect, right? There's just certain things, and... Whoops. Nah, I wouldn't say Slippin' Jimmy's a noob. And that's the other thing, actually, I wanted to talk about. Perfect thing that he said that. You know, at the end of the day, we don't know what Lloyd's face is. When he says that, he could just be joking around. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other thing. Like, unless you see a person's facial expression, their body language, the tone of their voice, it can really be hard at times to read people in a chat. Like when Tom Clark used to, you know, joke around with Tommy and Joe, like, careful where you're stepping, son, you might get these hands. Oh, they were totally joking. You know what I mean? Like, even I knew that. They weren't being serious. Then I had a person in the stream that was like, kick them out, they're inciting violence. I'm like, yeah, no, they're messing around. You could just kind of tell, right? They didn't mean any harm by what they were saying. Lloyd's the kind of guy that you want in the group just to say nonsense stuff. Yeah. Of everyone I've ever had in my stream, this Lloyd is gonna be like, that's right, bitches. He's the one I can't figure out. I don't know what to make of him. The most confused person I think I've ever had in my live stream is definitely Lloyd, the Eater of Worlds. I just don't know. Hey, so what do you think of that guy? No idea. I can't even begin to try to explain what I'm feeling. It's really weird. Most people, it's like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. You know. Very mysterious. People do that sometimes. I try to be that person that's mysterious, but... Because like I said, people can talk all the shit they want. You know, you just don't know what that person's really feeling. Remember that guy that used to troll me pretty bad? Well, you probably wouldn't remember him. And the whole time he said he was just joking around because he just wanted to see me roast him because nobody else was trolling me. And then he privately donated me like $15 to prove that he was like, look, I was literally just messing around. I wasn't trying to, you know, actually be hateful. He's like, I knew you could take it and what I would say about you wasn't going to bother you. I just wanted to hear you do some of your comebacks. Yeah, Phil, do you think the moon landing... Oh, yeah, that's right. You're the one that thought the moon landings were fake. No, I don't think they're faked. I think they're legit. I think sometimes some truths are a bit stretched. Sometimes I think there's more than meets the eye. And sometimes I think there's less to it than what you think might be there. So it can kind of go both ways. I don't think people are stupid for questioning things like, well, the moon landing. You know, was I there when it happened? I wasn't there when it happened, so did it really happen? Are we really that advanced? There's nothing wrong with questioning stuff and then using deductive reasoning to come to a conclusion as to whether or not you truly feel that there's no way that event could have happened or not happened. There's nothing wrong with people thinking for themselves rather than just going, well, why do you believe we landed on the moon? Because most people, if you ask them, they just say that we did, so I guess we did. Right? Because that's not a good way of thinking either. Just kind of rolling with it just because everybody else says so. So you might think something is weird. Or, sorry, you might think something that I think is weird. I think the opposite, so you think it's weird. But if you're not being hateful about it, you're not being an asshole about it, I'm not going to judge you. I might poke fun at you playing around. Like, I've met some flat earthers. You know what I mean? I've met some people that believe that the earth is flat. Again, I get on the surface why some people would think that, like, very quickly. And if they're not being hateful about it, and I go, well, I believe, you know, the earth is round because I've been high up in space enough. Like, I've been out of this atmosphere, so far away from the earth, that I've visually seen it with my own 2 eyes, the actual shape of our earth. I've seen it with all 4 eyes that the earth is round. And I'll talk to them like that. And if they're not being hateful, then there's no need for me to get on their case. No, the earth is clearly not flat. But if I were to meet someone, I'm just trying to share a little bit about my personality. If I do meet someone who thinks that, or they're just very skeptical, I don't have anything against people like that. Because they may have a very specific reason why they feel the way they do. And quite frankly, conversing with people that just agree with you 100% is boring. I like being challenged or challenging other people, having challenging debates. Sometimes I learn something new. Sometimes I don't. That's how you really grow. Oh, they think differently than I do. Click, they're canceled. Again, you know? I saw some people on Twitter, they're like, you know, a person was talking about vaccines. They weren't like a strong believer in them, but they weren't being hateful about it. They were bringing up valid points. And right away, all the people that are for vaccines are like, get this dummy out of here. Block him, he's just being a goof. And it's like, that's what's wrong with our society. The guy was being respectful. He was asking some legitimate questions. He may have become a person that was for vaccines, but nobody that believed in vaccines was willing to give this guy the time of day. So I sent him an article. He started reading it over. And lo and behold, I get a private message a week later going, oh my God, thank you for showing me something in a different light. But people don't want to give people the time of day. No matter how stupid you might think what they think is, to me, if they're not being an asshole about it and they're not trying to force you to change the way you think, why should you change the way they think or force them to? You can debate about it and say, here's why I don't believe this. But I just find people argue too easily over the most stupidest shit ever. Really. But yeah, I am going to have to go. I've been streaming almost like 2.5 hours. Let me just catch up on the thing here. Oh no, I don't believe the Earth is flat at all either. I have no doubts it's round. I mean, I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Yes, actually, I have flown a plane. And I've been in a rocket. I think flat earthers just need a group to hang out with. Yeah, and like I said, you know, it's okay to poke fun at each other, you know? You don't need to be hateful about it. Like I said, I've met some wonderful people that don't believe in the moon landing, that are flat earthers, conspiracy theorists, but they're nice people. They're not trying to brainwash you. They're not making you feel stupid for not believing in what they believe in. They're just people that have a different view, literally, of things. Some people think the Earth is round. They think, whatever. I think it's interesting to talk with all different types of people. No, I know. I get it. I get it. Sometimes I get it. I'm just saying I've struck some interesting conversations with some people in different topics. But that started off with, I'm not convinced the Earth is round, but hey, what do you think of this? And it's like, oh, wow, completely different topic. We end up having a great conversation, just not about the Earth itself. I'm not going to block that person just because what they believe in is, you know, ridiculous in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Eric. Well, yeah, there's that too. Gulam, it's going to be tough. First of all, you'll owe me big time. Help with what? I'm putting my public record at risk. What? What does Gulam want help with? Bye. Later, Russ. Goulash, when will you be back? It's hard to say, to be honest. Could be in about an hour and a half for a little bit. I might just take a break for myself, just play some games randomly by myself. It sounds illegal. What does? Slippin' Jimmy slippery. It isn't illegal, it's business. Illegal lollipop business. The more I think about it, I hope my streams never get much bigger than this. I can't even keep up with 10 people in the stream. Hot pineapple. Gulam wants to give me a private jet flight. Then go ahead. But it is considered disorderly and I don't want to be the one fixing it. Oh boy. Yeah, so anyhow. I'll be back in roughly an hour-ish, maybe. And if not, I should be back around the usual 8 o'clock Eastern time. Your eyes are green and your tongue's green. You should get that gonorrhea looked at. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And like I said, I could be back within the hour. When I come back for just a half hour or something, it might be a small stream until the 8 o'clock one, 8 o'clock Eastern. As always, if I do decide to put a little bit of time into my Twitch, that's never changed. I still want that to predominantly, hopefully, sometime be my main place to be. I will post it in a post on YouTube if I do go to Twitch. And then the 8 o'clock one might be YouTube. But anyhow. But yeah. All right. I'm going to go walk, eat, have supper, hopefully get rid of this headache. It's not a migraine, so I'm happy about that. But yeah. All right. I shall return in just a little bit.